What is up, boys? This is Jonathan Mitchell. This is my first YouTube video. I don't know how I want these to be structured, so I'm just getting one out, seeing what works. This is going to be a little bit of an introduction, who I am, what I do, the reasoning for everything that I do, and then also the brotherhood that I'm creating. What I'm doing today, I'm doing a little bit of cardio workout, and then I got some active recovery I'm going to do later today. The cardio is going to be outside so I can get some vitamin D. And then the active recovery later is just going to be some deep stretches, really focus on releasing tension inside my body since I just got out of a vacation. This channel is mainly just going to be helping people form a brotherhood. When I was growing up, I didn't have anyone to look to, and if I did, it was very minimal and where I wanted to be in life. The parents, the people around me, they weren't where I wanted to be. It seemed like if I wanted to follow someone, I had to just make up some imaginary person to follow because the people around me were doing bad things every single day. And what was I supposed to do? I had two options. I could have chose to keep doing all these negative effects or create some type of discipline inside of me to where I'm an outlier. I'm someone that doesn't end like everyone else with an unhappy life and unhappy morals. That's when I kind of had to find some type of motivation in myself to learn and build some type of brotherhood within myself. This brotherhood that I talk, it's a feeling of discipline. It's a feeling of always getting better. You see all these people on the internet that have this friend group that, gets rich, gets a house, they share a car, they have expensive stuff, and it seems like a luxury life. And I wanted that same feeling. I was in a moment where I was very deep. I didn't feel like I have anyone. And I was resorting to bad things, drugs, partying. And so the only way that I could think in a mindset of being in that friend group with a rich friend that only works and gets their shit together is if I brought that to myself. So I started to enact every single day, cutting out distraction after distraction, cutting out the drinking, cutting out the smoking, cutting out the partying, cutting out the wasteless time texting, cutting out dating without purpose and just fooling around. It was all wasteful. I decided that my life wasn't meant to be like everyone else. My life is meant to be extraordinary. So I took the first step. I went and I cut out the distractions. I built some systems and I built some routines that kept me consistent every single day. Routines and systems should be the baseline of every single person's day. I felt very unstructured, very lazy, unprofessional without a routine and structure in my life. I implemented a structure, a routine, consistency followed, and then the discipline life that I always wanted, it's finally here. So I may not have like the friend group that has, fancy cars and driving around, but I sure do feel like it because the brotherhood inside of me that I've created knows that I'm on the path to that every single day. I'm going to go for a workout in the park, get a little bit of a vitamin D and run, and I'll probably catch you guys a little bit after to share a little bit of my thoughts. 103 out. Yeah, they have a white baseball cap on. Not at the time, but they said they both say mid-20s, kind of light blonde hair, light brown hair. We got him on deck. Just got done with some light cardio. In my cardio sessions, I just take the time to really think about where I'm at, make sure my goals are aligned, and just kind of reflect on the day or kind of where I'm at in life. I wanted to come on here on my first video and talk about how I came up without guidance, without some type of brotherhood, and then how I'm trying to create that brotherhood through YouTube and then through my Instagram. But I started out lifting when I was young, probably about 15 years old. I started lifting because I was bullied in school. People used to just, call me names, probably make fun of the way I was so skinny. And I used to hate it. I used to hate going to school every day. I used to hate waking up. It made me just hate life. And so I try to find a way to outlet myself. try to find a way to better myself every day, since every day I still felt like complete crap because everyone was just being so rude to me. So what I did is I decided to choose the gym, which is what most people decide to do, is when, they're feeling lonely and they feel like they need to improve on themselves, is they go to the gym. And that's the best place to start. The gym is where I learned that I can release a little bit of anger throughout the day, and it'll make my day feel a little bit better. I did see a little bit of progress within that first year or two of me lifting, but obviously, with me first starting working out, you don't see much progress. That progress is very minimal. And if you do gain progress, it's what they call the beginner progress. You put on a lot of muscle just because the body wasn't used to putting on muscle. So now it's able to put on, a lot all at once. So obviously that helped me out in life. That made me confident. I was able to get muscle. I looked a little bit muscular. I started talking to people, started getting more friends. And it put me in a point where I was very confident. I was very comfortable in life. But that's the last place that a man wants to be, is comfortable in life. The times where I felt comfortable in life are the times where I'm being the less efficient, the less effective, and I'm not pursuing the goals in the man that I want to be. So I kept becoming complacent. I ended up getting into a relationship. I started to stop working out because I felt comfortable. And where did that lead me? I felt like I was getting happy every day, but slowly and surely my mind was deteriorating. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate on that. You start working out and then you leave, and it's even worse when you come back. But I was at the point where I wasn't coming back yet. I was just in a relationship, 2 or 3 years, not working out, just going through life happy. And then something happened. The relationship ended. I graduated. Friends started changing. And then I looked around me and I was exactly where I started those 2 or 3 years. Because I didn't see progress because I wasn't improving in aspects of my life. So where do you think I headed back? The gym. Except this time I thought, oh, okay, now I'm in a different mindset. So I structured out, my meals. I structured out my workouts. I made sure everything was dialed in, so I thought. So, I was looking ripped in the gym. I was talking to even girls, and I wasn't realizing it, but I was getting back into that cycle of, you get discipline, you get motivation, and then you fall below your aspirations. And so started talking to girls, went into college. Before I went to college though, I got into another relationship. During this relationship, I thought I was going to stay consistent, still hit my workouts, still do everything I was supposed to, still do all my daily tasks. But I didn't realize slowly I was losing the motivation. And I'm not going to say it's getting into a relationship. That's just what it was for me at that stage of my life. I didn't know how to balance relationships in your life and discipline and work that you need to get done. And so I was falling complacent. Again, I was still, ripped and muscular by the end of that relationship, but it just wasn't a good feeling in my head. I kept reaching a goal and then trying to achieve more, yet falling back and then achieving no, progress, no results in the end. It felt like a complete cycle, just going back and forth, back and forth. So within the last year, I was trying to figure out what is the main outlier that's causing me to keep going through this cycle. And what I found out it wasn't discipline inside the gym, it was discipline outside of my life. It was the discipline that I didn't have because I didn't have a brotherhood. I didn't have people around me saying, hey man, maybe you shouldn't be drinking. Maybe you shouldn't be going out every single weekend. Maybe you shouldn't be doing drugs because, you said you were going to be somewhere in life, yet, you're still there over and over again. I had to make some type of change. So what I decided to do was just look at life as a whole and realize what I can improve on myself. So one of them was my routines. I felt like every morning and every time after work, I wasn't really getting anything done. I was maybe sitting on my phone, not getting sunlight, laying in bed, for too long, hitting the snooze button. So I felt lazy. So I first implemented a morning routine. It helped me out. And of course, it took months to implement a perfect one for me, or one that's most suitable for me. But the fact is that I started it. And once I started that morning routine, okay, now I realize, okay, I need to have some type of schedule each day, kind of like this morning routine, to know what are my main goals for that day. Kind of like what are my main goals for the next couple months, but what are my main goals for that day? And those are what you call your needle movers. Each day I set a couple needle movers now, just because I realize the importance that it's going to have in the long run. Each day I don't have to go in wondering, what am I going to do? What's the next task that I need to do to achieve my goal? Because the night before I've already laid out tomorrow the exact steps. So it just creates a structure in my life. That's what happens when you implement discipline into your life. Just those two factors, morning routines and a structured schedule each day, I was able to see drastic changes in my life. I stopped focusing on women, stopped focusing on drugs, stopped focusing on hanging out with the wrong people, stopped focusing on building relationships that don't last and that don't matter, and I only focused on what bettered me. I was talking about this in one of my stories, but think of it like there's two buckets. You got a negative bucket and then you got a positive bucket. You want to remove as much negative in your bucket as you can to put into your positive bucket. Because when you look at the end of your life, you're going to see all the negatives and all the positives that you built up. And the people that are more happy in life fill up the positive jar way more than the negative jar. And that's what I'm preaching or trying to preach with this brotherhood. So I built these systems, created a physique, started creating content because I realized I needed some type of outlet or some type of daily discipline to keep me, at it every day. So I told myself, hey, I'd post once every single day. And that's what really helped me to show up when I didn't feel like it or when I didn't want to. Because there's always days when every athlete, every top performer has days where they don't want to. But it's the systems and the structure that you have in place that'll set you apart from everyone, that'll keep you to the top of your performance and keep you to the top of your ability. Got a little bit of notes. I'm just seeing if I've hit everything, but yeah, you need to just make sure that everything in life is focused on bettering yourself. A lot of my life I wasn't focused on bettering myself, and I kept going through cycles where I felt like I wasn't achieving anything and I wasn't going anywhere. For the last year, I've implemented systems that have helped me out, and you can do the exact same. So with this brotherhood, I never had some type of public figure or someone to look at. I did what most people do, which is look up to YouTubers or look up to people that give you information that you can take and use, but most people won't use it. A lot of people get stuck in analysis paralysis. So I took in all that information. Took me a while, but once I started laying down all that information, I realized that me and myself, I could create this brotherhood myself to where I never had that feeling of someone next to me every single day telling me, hey, I need to do this, I need to watch this. But I can create that feeling for other people. I can create the feeling of hey bro, you are working towards your goals and you are just there. You just got to make sure each day you are consistent and you're doing your goals. So that's a little bit of talking. I'm looking at some deers right now, but I'm gonna go walk my dog. If there's anything else, I'll finish up the video after my walk. So before I want to end this video, I just want to talk about the last thing that was on my mind, which was the 3 habits that made me kind of have that irresistible mindset to where I always want to achieve more and I'm going to achieve more. It's not just thinking that and not knowing. It's thinking that and knowing that every day you're doing what you're doing to achieve what you want. First thing, which I talked about, was a non-negotiable morning routine. You have to have something that gets you in a flow state. For me, it's drinking water, it's getting some type of sunlight, reading, and then also doing push-ups in the morning. What I do though, I used to wake up, sit on my phone, scroll, not have a morning routine, and then not do nothing for 2 hours. Now within 30 minutes, I'm already starting to work on my project for the day or what I'm trying to do. That really propelled me and helped me out to become 10 years ahead of where I want to be. And that's a little bit of an exaggeration. But the next one is mastering delayed gratification. So when I started my fitness channel, that's when I really understood that, because every post it was like one like, one like, one like. But now it's like I do it because I enjoy it. I post because it's fun. And now I'm trying to do that for YouTube and enjoy posting more YouTube videos for you guys and inspire as many people as I can and give that brotherhood mindset to as many people as I can. Once you've mastered delayed gratification, you stop worrying about sex, you stop worrying about nicotine, you stop worrying about weed, you stop worrying about alcohol, you stop worrying about these things. But then also in your business and personal life, you're mastering the craft of only focusing on the process, not focusing on the result, and then the result will follow. Not focusing on the result and expecting the process to just magically, spontaneously come there, because that's not how it works. And then the third one is showing up when you don't feel like it. I used to, get in that cycle to where now I'm comfortable. I don't really feel like showing up today. It's not needed. Once I remove that from my mindset to where it doesn't matter what day it is, it doesn't matter if I'm sick. I just got off of the stomach bug for 2 days, couldn't even get off the toilet. What was I doing? I had my computer in the bathroom working as I had a bucket in front of me. Because I know that my future self is looking down on me, proud that this mindset and this discipline that I have, it's going to pay off in the future. And, it's already paying off now. I'm at a point where I have a great physique. Every day I'm working towards my goals. I enjoy my job because at my job, I am actually, working towards something each day. I'm not just going there being lazy, hating my life, because what's the point if I was just gonna go through life hating it? I decided that once I fixed my outside life, my inside life at work would become much better. So improve that, and improve my nutrition to where now I'm eating healthier, which automatically makes me feel better. I know how to optimize my energy. So if I'm low energy, I know how to gain it. And I'm also at a point now where I'm financially stable and my relationships are stable. I used to not be able to have a girlfriend, fall off, and then, be stuck. Now I'm able to have the consistent mindset, have the discipline, have the relationships, enjoy my life, and work towards my goals every day, to where now within a couple of years, I'll be where I'm at. And that's what I want to instill on this brotherhood, on this community, on this disciplined mindset that I'm trying to build. That is pretty much it. My name is Jonathan. Comment if you can relate to anything I kind of brought up in this video. I just wanted to tell you guys who I am, my struggles, where I came from. But yeah, join the Brotherhood by subscribing. Stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you guys there.